Hi everyone, Rachel here. Welcome to this exercise-based Pilates. Now today I'm just doing a quick ditty, okay? So this is just a little one to freshen you up, add a bit of sparkle back to your day, loosen you off and stretch you out, okay? All right, so with that, let's take a seat. I'm sitting cross-legged. If that's uncomfortable for you, then go and get a towel, a bolster, a cushion, and just tuck that, put that under your bottom to raise your bottom up, or take your feet out in front. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, resting your hands just on the top of your knees. Let's lengthen through the back of that neck, tuck your chin in. Okay, and imagine there's that string pulling you from the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Open up your chest now and just gently draw those shoulders down and back, drawing those shoulder blades back into their V. And let's just start breathing. So breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. Keep going, just breathing in. And if you want to close your eyes and breathing out, that's absolutely fine to do so. Just give yourself a little virtual pat on the back to congratulate you for just carving out this time to get on the mat. Okay, now let's go and take an imaginary ball, big beach ball or fit ball in between our hands. Now let's take that ball up and overhead. Keep those shoulders down and back. Don't let them rise up to the ears. And we're lifting up a lovely big body stretch through our torso, trying to keep the ribs drawing down to the hips. You can draw up your core. Now as you breathe out, let's place our right hand on the floor and let's lift up and lengthen through the left side of our body and then tilt over to the right. Breathing in. Now you can do a little sway here, ease off the stretch, and breathe out as you go over. Breathing in, just going in your own time, working at your own pace, or hold the stretch if you prefer that, feeling that stretch through the side of your waist. Now as you breathe out, we're going to go over to the other side. So let's place our left hand now down on the side, and let's lengthen up through the right hand side of our body. Lifting up, wheel those fingers. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, lean gently over to the side, getting that nice body stretch through the side of the waist. And let's ease off and breathe out as you float yourself back over. Breathing in and out. Now, as you breathe out, let's take this right hand over to the left knee, and let's take this left hand over to the right knee, and let's round. So instead of your spine being in that neutral spine position, let's round through that lower back, putting it into the letter C, and let's look between our arms and open up those shoulder blades. Now let that head rest forward, getting a nice stretch through the back of the neck and the shoulders. Breathe in and out. One more breath. Now as we breathe out, let's take those arms up and open them wide into a nice big pec stretch. Oh, and loosen off there. Okay, coming down onto your backs now. I'm going to do a little pelvic curl up. So feet come a little bit closer towards your bottom, and let's rest our hands down by our sides. Your spine is in a neutral spine position, so that's just the way the spine falls naturally on the mat. Okay, inhale, draw up your T-zone or draw up your core, and then I want you to imprint, flatten that back, draw that lower back into the mat. Now tilt the tailbone, dig through those heels, and start peeling up your bottom off the mat, then your lower back and your middle back, and you're rising up to a bridge at the top. Inhale at the top here, and then breathe out as you roll your spine one vertebrae at a time, back down onto the mat. Imprint that lower back into the mat, unravel your tailbone, and bring the pelvis back to that lumbar spine with that small gap or that neutral spine position. Now keep going. If this is tweaking through your back, okay, you can feel your back talking to you, or if you've got any sciatic concerns, just do a simple bridge of lifting up and lowering down. Now if that is still talking to you a little bit, okay, you can just do a simple little pelvic tilt. So tilt the pelvis up and roll it back, bring the spine back into neutral. So choose, we've got 3 different levels here happening, just depending on if your back is comfortable with it. I don't want any pain or discomfort through the back. So I'm just doing a little pelvic tilt here. I'm just imprinting that lower back into the mat, tilting the pelvis, okay, and then I'm bringing it back to neutral and bringing the spine back to a neutral spine position. Okay, rolling up this time. If you're rolling all the way up to the top, you can take your hands up and overhead, take them up and overhead, holding onto that big beach ball, and then rolling down, and we'll do it once more, imprinting that lower back into the mat, coming back into neutral. Let's go once more, imprint that lower back into the mat, rounding up. Let's take that big ball, beach ball up and overhead. Okay, and we're going to roll down for the final time. Try and articulate that spine. We're loosening it up. Okay, imprinting that lower back into the mat, unraveling the spine and coming back into neutral. Bring those hands back to the floor. Okay, rolling over onto all fours. So gently does it, coming over nice and elegantly. Hands are going directly under the shoulders, knees are going directly under those hips. We're doing something called thread the needle. Sink your weight back over those knees, okay, to take the pressure off the wrist and try and spread the weight evenly through all the digits of your fingers. Okay, so set your core, drop your core or your T-zone, okay? Lift, I'm gonna lift my right hand off the mat, okay? And now you thread that needle through and look through your arm. Open up the chest, open up through those shoulder blades and coming back. Okay, this time, if that was nice and comfortable, you take your arm up first, open up, so a counter movement, we're opening up one way, okay, and bending this supporting arm. Keep those hips still, you're just twisting purely from the waist, bending through, take that arm through and coming back, and we're going to keep going on this side. Just a couple more, opening up, really opening up, and bending that elbow. Try and keep that spine in neutral and try and keep these hips still, so you're not twisting, the pelvis isn't twisting at all. Keep those hips still, you're just trying to twist from the waist and open up. This is a great one for that mid-upper back area. Final one on this side, and then we'll swap over to the other. Loosening up through the back and coming back to the top. Give yourself a wiggle and we'll open up through the other side. So flipping over to the other side, open up the other side, or just take your arm through. You don't, if that's not comfortable to do the full exercise, then just do the first version of just threading the hand through and not going all the way up and round. Okay, I love this one. It feels like I'm really trying to mobilize through that mid-thoracic area of the back. Final one, open up through the chest. Dial that arm through, looking through. Okay, coming back now. Let's take those hands out in front of us, okay, and back into the prayer stretch. For the prayer stretch, you can leave your knees where they are. You can take them as wide as your mat, or you can have your knees together. Just resting your head on the floor. And we're basically finishing here. You're done. Just a little quick one today. Breathe in and breathe out. Now paint train tracks with your hands. Plant your hands by the side of your head and roll up through that spine, stacking those vertebrae one at a time, up on top of each other. Drawing the lower back, middle back comes up, upper back, shoulders roll back down into their neutrals, back into their sockets, and you come back into that neutral spine. And with that, everybody, we're done. See you soon. Bye.